Hare Krishna. Speak not to reveal the truth about others, but to realize the truth about yourself. Gossiping is a favorite pastime of materialistic people. Like many newspaper columns and magazines are devoted to gossiping. Now, and many people waste a lot of time in gossiping, and often they think that I heard something about someone from someone and I speak that to others, and we think that we are revealing the truth about others. We think we are doing something very special by speaking about others, often speaking dirty things about others, irrespective of whether they are true or not. Now, when we speak like this, wanting to expose the truth about others, the often things may not be true also. We often don't take adequate precaution to check the truths, and we gossip and we spread rumors, and often people get terribly misled and hurt by it. When we speak like this about someone, and that person comes to know about it, even if that person doesn't come to know that we spoke it, still that person is going to feel hurt. And if that person comes to know that we spoke it, then actually our relationship will get spoiled. That person will become inimical to us. And basically, by trying to speak, by gossiping about others' dark side, we just increase the misery in the world, increase their misery, increase the misunderstandings and misery in ourselves also. So, and overall, we don't actually make much progress we don't do anything constructive by gossiping about others. So, instead of speaking to expose the truth about others, which is actually agitating, and the Bhagavad Gita says we should avoid agitating speech. In 7.16 it says, Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya vyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Anudvegakaram vakyam. The first austerity of speech, Krishna says it's Anudvegakaram vakyam. Speak in ways that don't agitate others. Don't speak agitatingly. So now, rumor mongering and gossiping agitates others. So we should avoid that. And the Bhagavad Gita also talks about various characteristics of speaking. It should be truthful, satyam priyahitam, should be pleasing, beneficial. One important characteristic relevant for us is swadhyaya vyasanam chaiva. Swadhyaya vyasanam chaiva means study scripture and then we recite scripture. Vanmayam tapa uchyate. This is austerity of speech, Krishna says. Vanmayam tapa. So now, when we recite scripture, that recitation of scripture is purifying. Scripture is the sound about Krishna or sound of Krishna, spoken by Krishna, and that contact with Krishna through spiritual sound purifies us. It helps us realize our own nature as souls. And we don't just recite scripture, but while reciting we meditate on scripture. Then we get even greater realization, faster realization of our spiritual identity. And thus, we move forward rapidly in our journey towards Krishna, in going closer and closer to Krishna, and thus experiencing lasting happiness. So, we should speak to realize the truth about ourselves. The truth about ourselves is that we are not just these bodies who need to be busy bodies speaking about other bodies. We are souls, and by using our power of speech to recite scripture, to meditate, we can gain greater understanding and realization of our spiritual identity, and thus we can realize and relish our spiritual identity. So when we speak scripture, thus it benefits us and it benefits others also, because others can also be benefited by scriptural wisdom. So that way, the same power of speech we don't have to, which we can abuse by trying to expose others, are trying to supposedly reveal things about others. We can use it properly by realizing the truth about ourselves, and then that will benefit us and benefit others too. Thank you. Hare Krishna.